I'm hearing the jingles of delight here. I don't know why I said jingles of delight. You can tell
It is delightful.
It is truly delightful here because it is game 1 of the best of 7 here in grand finals here for SeaBATTLE 7. I am thrilled to see what plays out here. As we take a look at the weapons here, of course, Sunday Morning Sneedle is going to be the alpha side. Bravo side is the beans are a little zesty. What strikes out to you right away, Saf?
The beans are on fire this evening, Keon. We're down already to the first opening statement from the beans. The beans are going to be first to cap the zone, but the cooler is going to be a great follow-up for Sunday Morning Sneedle to try to open things up here. And especially Soccer and Ink Pen over on the side, absolutely pincering somebody over in the corner. And Sakura is being chased down, hunted for ransom back in the spawning area here, and the lead for Sunday Morning Sneedle will be taken.
Yeah, the lead already going to be changing hands here, to say the least. Now, Sunday Morning Sneedle, they have Bran on this pencil, which can provide a lot of glare, a lot of coverage right away, but the Zip Caster already used by Zhao, but Zhao's going to drop right then and there, but that is still, the beans are a little zesty, still holding on to the zone for at least a few quick moments right away. And Fusions right now with 89 points main, we are seeing this tug of war happening right then and there.
Yeah, Sunday Morning Sneedle has done a great job hanging in there so far. It seems like they're ending up getting some nice control. They have a really, really interesting team composition. Brush, the Tensumbrella, those Petra Dualies, and of course Bran on that pencil, just to kind of round things out. You gotta have a little bit of that going on here. But now that they have control of the zone, they're going to be able to do a really good job being annoying around these sides here, especially on that flank. Petra, of course, goes down in the process. So does Sakura on that. That means the beans are coming in.
Yeah, the beans are definitely about to fly in right now. We got Chronos, however, still trying to do their best to keep the defenses up for Sunday Morning Sneedle. But right now, the beans are a little zesty, still trying to fight their way forward. It doesn't look like they will be the case quite yet. Sunday Morning Sneedle still fighting very hard, but Labby catches them from behind, and this is a huge zone split because it puts Sunday Morning Sneedle in the penalty box. But Saf right away, 21 points main is the score. Sunday Morning Sneedle definitely picking up the pace.
Yeah, I was really wondering what the zesty flavoring of these beans were. I was wondering what kind of beans that they were, but it was just Sunday Morning Sneedle. Sunday Morning was coming in strong here down to the 21 mark. We still have like 2 minutes and some change left. Sunday Morning Sneedle is on the back foot a little bit here, but doing their best to try to recover the zone in the greatest fashion that they can. But the beans are once again zesty. they held the zone pretty strong here, even with Cooler coming out and Bran trying to follow up on this pen here. But as I say that though, Keon, I mean a lot of coverage coming out from Bran over on the side.
Yeah, Bran is providing so much coverage right there. Labby, I just saw that. That's a triple. That is a triple. The triple from Labby is able to get beans are a little zesty. The control that they needed, that crab tank could have not been any more important, because that will be a chance for the beans are a little zesty to dish out so much damage right now. Control just lost at the nick of time, but Zhao Jun was able to get the zones back in just right then and there. 15 points remaining and still counting down. The control is slowly being lost as Zhao Jun gets a fadeaway snipe, but the zone indeed changes hands, and that is Zhao Jun also getting the other pick. That is Beans zesty getting the zones back. Fusion, that is that critical triple made all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the beans have to be coffee beans, because it feels like halfway through this game, the beans are a little zesty are going up. Sunday Morning Sneedle just barely managed to sneak back in and grab that zone, and it felt like maybe the attention of the beans was dragged away from the zone there for a bit, because Sunday Morning Sneedle just barely was able to sneak it back. I mean, it's wild here. Lappy here on that left side is going to end up painting Sunday Morning Sneedle back in control. We'll see what they're going to be able to do it as we head to the final minute of that game, Sam.
And the beans, I was a firm hold coming from the beans for quite a while there, but Sunday Morning Sneedle, it's surprisingly able to lock it in quite a few times in this round here, because I feel that just based on performance from the folks on the Beans Are Zesty, we've kind of seen a very cascading effect coming from their record so far in this tournament. But Sunday Morning Sneedle, my goodness, I was unfamiliar with your game quite clearly, because they are 100% keeping up with the Beans a little bit here. Kronos is going to try to follow it up on this left-hand stack, and you can see that Zhao is going to try and see if they can sneak, but able to narrowly escape there. 2 members going down on the beans are Zesty, Kyon. It's in Sunday Morning Sneedle's court. We have a few seconds left here.
Only a few seconds left. The problem is they just lost 2. They just lost into a stagger 3 position, and that's Xiaozhang able to get the collapse onto it. That's all it's going to be. Oof. Beans are a little zesty. They're definitely keeping that momentum up here.
Spicy.
It's so spicy right away. That's going to be game 1. The Beans are a little zesty. What a start, but I got to talk about that triple, though. The crab triple really, really made all the difference here, Fusion.
Absolutely. I mean, it felt like as soon as the Beans are a little zesty, we're able to just get that foothold. They did a great job locking down that map. That crab tank was a big, big part of that. I mean, it's nap time. We could all use.
You speak.
Thanks?
Yep.
We have never seen Inkblot Art Academy. We have seen it. We have seen it. But like Inkblot Art Academy tower control has been such a rarity in my life lately, and that feels odd to say.
That feels really,
I
really
feel like
weird.
we're back to normalcy having it here in SeaBATTLE 7. So back to the drawing board, finally. Inkblot Art Academy on tower control. That is, in fact, a Dynamo. I believe that is from Mike? I think that's from Mike. Mike is like resident Dynamo user here at SeaBATTLE.
You know what? Hey, why not the change to that Dynamo? They got the cooler option that is available, which they did just pop so far. So that is going to be a few more options that they can do if they can get the specials ready to go. 2 members have already dropped right away. As we do see, the Beans are a little zesty, able to move forward right now. That zip caster, excuse me, has been popped, but where is it going? The question is, it looks like it's not going anywhere other than losing itself for a few seconds. 2 members have dropped, and it is just Dynamo. We are back to this back and forth action here. Fusion only a bit of time here before the Beans or Luzesi can get a lot more out of this.
And that errant super jump is going to open the door. That's going to let the Beans make their way to the enemy flag. This time, Xiaozhang, I think that's Koana there on the Snapper on the left side. Actually, there's 2. Oh, Xiaozhang. Okay, there's 2 different. I see. I see. I got it. I'm locking in now. But nice job, Sunday Morning Sneedle. Manages to hang on. They're going to have a hard time really forcing their way onto the flat unless they have that Temperature ready. So be a little bit careful. The Beans are a little zesty. You can kind of run circles around them in the meantime. We've been seeing that a lot with the Stamper. But once Sunday Morning Sneedle gets onto that flat, I think they're going to be able to do a lot of damage behind that Temperature.
Yeah, they could do so much damage behind that once they can get themselves all ramped up. They got another zip caster opportunity right now as 2 members have dropped from Sunday Morning Sneedle right away. With the 2 members that have dropped right there, we got a trade. It's Inkpen and Dynamo already trading hands, but right now, that is going to be the Beans are a little zesty, already clearing out the first checkpoint. They are able to clear out just that. Now they're trying to move a little bit forward, but the defensive setup of the Sunday Morning Sneedle able to hold on for just a few moments. That's a nice little pick there, nice little tap shot as they take out one, and so far that tower just stuck right then and there, and they get the pick onto Lappy. Lappy has dropped, but there is still the aggression that we were seeing here. Zip caster being used, the aggression was there, but the tower slowly resetting.
And I just want to point out, I know it's already been said this evening before, but like, watching Bran use a pencil is a very unique occurrence because Bran very much is an aggressive. Yeah, he's a bucket. He's an aggressive frontline player. He likes scrapping it out on the front lines. He likes being the one to initiate the fight and finish it at the same time. He's a 2-for-1 deal. So seeing him kind of take the backline role here is super interesting for Sunday Morning Sneedle, and giving the space for folks like Kronos and Inkpen and Sakura, and especially Sakura on that paintbrush to do what she does best, to be really, really speedy and get up close and personal, which Speedle, like, it's so close. We're letters away, Keon.
Yeah, we're literally letters away as we are getting to see Kronos drop once more. This is the full aggro setup, but the problem is the tower has been abandoned. It's just being left behind right away, so that tower is slowly resetting there. But we just noted right now that 2 checkpoints have already been cleared. It's out of the picture right now for the Beans are a little zesty, so they got an opportunity to strike right now. So here we got two specials that are online for the Sunday Morning Sneedle. That is the Reef Slider, that is a Zuka that is online. They did lose Sakura from earlier. They burned the Reef Slider, but only to not get much out of it, as the Beans are a little zesty, are still pushing forward. Fusion, minute 15 seconds left to go on the clock, and the Beans are a little zesty in very good control.
Yeah, I mean, they've been in control this entire game. They've kind of looked unstoppable so far. They've just been so good. Getting back in, jumping after each other, each other up after the ball. That Crabs did a great job of knocking it down. Sunday Morning Sneedle is being able to stop the towers, but they're not going to be able to just throw the big specials and big damage the way of the Beans are a little zesty, the way the Beans can throw it at them. So they don't have great tower stopping. 30 seconds left. Saf, how are they going to?
I just thought of a phrase that was really silly, and I don't know if I want to say it here, but I was just, or you know what? I was just thinking like throwing bean. Like the Beans are just throwing bean. They're throwing beans at Sunday Morning Sneedle, and you have to imagine, like, what kind of beans are we cooking with here? There's a lot of zesty beans out there, and including Lappy on this crab tank here. Because look at that, you have Seafood Party happening over on the left-hand side. The Reef Slider was going to come in, not really cause too much damage here, but that's Sunday Morning Sneedle holding onto the tower, pushing us into overtime, but two members going down. The Zipcaster is going to save the day and secure the second game for the Beans.
Yeah, Beans taking home that second game very, very well. And as hey, we saw a few errors, but all you really needed to know was the amount of control that you're able to push with their weapons. It really just boiled down to the Slosher and everybody else to make this happen. As these two, as Saf is just busy taking a nap. We'll see.
Gotta strike while the beans are hot.
What? I'm out of words. You guys can make up all the bean puns throughout. I'm not awake enough for that. By the way, V-Pro's being shown out here right out of the gate from
V-Pro?
Yeah. Brand with the V-Pro. Believe it or not, the Vanilla Pro still
I can't believe it. The V-Pro is here. Keon is about to get up and leave the headset behind.
Fusion, you take my headset later.
So Sunday Morning Sneedle coming in really strong in this first opening here. The Clam Blitz is the name of the game. We have to try and pop the basket. I feel that this is also where we saw Sunday Morning Sneedle in the last set really triumph over Saturday Morning Speedle. So I think that if they are able to play their cards right, they can try to do a repeat of what we saw last time. But I'm wondering if Zipcaster is going to be the thorn in the side queue.
This is going to be. I saw a few picks here where the Zipcaster has done so much damage just through Chronos' Tenebrella, to say the least. That is a fadeaway shot. Oh man, that fadeaway shot was awesome. All it leads though is everything getting reset now. Other than the Beans are a little zesty, they are able to break through that barrier. They are able to cash in on so many clams right away down to the 48 points. Man, this is a powerful push that is still going strong as we get to see the Wiper just try to continue to play aggressive as much as they can. Two members have dropped. 45 points remain is still the score, and it looks like the respawns are not going to favor them. Fusion, it's 45 points remaining, and that's a great push from the Beans.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not as bad as it could have been. 45 points, going to get on the board. The Beans look very aggressive there. Sakura, nice job cutting down a power clam from the side of the Beans. Looking for a way in. Again, I feel like the unsung hero here, Dynamo. What do Tetra and Toothbrush do into Dynamo? Real hard. How are they going to get in? I mean, the Beans have just been non-stop aggressive here. And Saf, I don't really see this stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, and you can tell that Brand is really trying to make use of maximum range here while using this pro. They've been backing up very successfully and not trying to overextend. Inkpen is trying to open something up to maybe make that a little easier for Brand, but still, the Beans are very zesty in this clam blitz round. I mean, goodness gracious, this clam chowder has plenty of protein in it coming from the beans here. 31 points left to boot for the beans to try to close it out, and still plenty in the pockets for economy for them as well. The members of Sunday Morning Sneedle keep going down left and right, and just gradually and to the point where this basket is still in favor of the beans are a little zesty. The 22-point mark is where we are going to stay, but there's still a power clam to follow up, Keon, and it's close.
Yeah, it is real close. They just gotta wait for that barrier to just drop down.
Oh,
A little too bit of an early
too
jump.
zesty.
Little too zesty. They got ahead of themselves there. They needed more coffee beans for that one, but that's all it's gonna be for that. And just that early jump there, they are not going to be able to cash in on that power clam quite yet. But you know, the beans are a little zesty, are still playing this one very aggressively. Their brand on that crab take already quickly shut down. They are moving forward. This is just pure aggression from start to finish. That zip catch has been a mess, has been a problem really for them, as everything is kind of happening left, right, and center. 27 points left on the pretty much that needs to be scored. Excuse me here with the score happening there. That is not going to be enough for the penalty points being broken. That's the free power climb available. Fusion, a minute and 20 seconds left to go on the clock. Beans are a little zesty, still very much in the driver's seat. Sunday Morning Sneedle still needing to find a score.
Yeah, going down early is not going to help their chances here. They need to find a way to deal with it. Solana on the stamper. They do chase them back, but oh my goodness! The huge collat from Mazuka, from Chronos, and another one for Good Measure. Could be exactly what they need. That's 2 power clams into the basket. Brand now making its way all the way into the spawn. Is going to get chased out. The clock is ticking though. 39 points on the board. One of the members is going back to get the pity claim. Is Chronos going to be close enough for it? No, the Wiper's going to come out and get him. Just 2 clams away. That's not quite enough. Some extra clams are going to come towards the basket, but not enough to take the lead. Huge push, but just a tiny bit short. Sunday Morning Sneedle's going to have to do it again. 28 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it again, but the Wiper getting the double there is going to slow them down. The wisest thing that they could have done in this situation, by the way, is keeping the power clamp available if they're able to get to OT, but they may not even have a chance. They just need 2 clamps. That's one that 2 of them had was being held by the hands of the Stamper. That's all it was. They were so close, but just not enough left in the tank, and a great counterattack from there. Saf, 3-0 lead. The Beans are a little zesty, are literally just 1 game away from taking SeaBATTLE 7 home.
1 game away for all the beans in the pot for this one. And so the thing is, the thing about it is this, is Sunday Morning Sneedle, while the scoreboard says 3-0, that opening was incredible because that was 100 to like 27 points.
Yep.
And maybe we'll see the stars align again for a Zuka we saw from Chronos again here. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all if we do get to see the Zuka back. Now, you're being pushed with a reverse sweep situation. You now go to the charcoal decaf with the inkjet. That is now the major change for Sunday Morning Sneedle. They have to pull off the next 4 in order to make this one count. Saf, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of breathing room here if you're Beans, right? Like you do have to force the reverse sweep, and so that gives you space to try to do something new. So a decaf coming out, I feel like is not surprise. Well, okay. I was speaking of surprises. Surprise from Lappy getting an incredible double just right off the bat there, and not only that, but picking up the Rainmaker as well, and looking to already pop the first checkpoint here. The pieces on the board are very much in place, Fusion, for the Beans or Zesty.
Absolutely. Sunday Morning Sneedle dives for that Rainmaker, and it's going to get all the way to 29. Being pushed already on the line. I'm going to say it looked a little bit effortless coming out from the teams there. Sunday Morning Sneedle has the work cut out for them. We are just over into the field. How are they going to come back?
So the big thing that's been a thorn for Sunday Morning Sneedle is they had to originally deal with a Stamper. Now they have to deal with a charcoal decaf that has that inkjet. That's different different levels of aggression that they're going to have to deal with. But there is a few picks that could help. But Labby has that crab tag. Is going to actually slow Sunday Morning Sneedle down by just a few moments. Two members going down. The Rainbow kind of just stuck in a really rough position here. So there's likely going to be a reset coming up here if Sunday Morning Sneedle isn't able to take that one out, which they will. And Seth, Rainmaker already resetting back.
Yeah, Rainmaker back in the center. That's 2 members down from the explosion of the beans. This could be a really, really big turnaround here for the folks of Sunday Morning Sneedle. But still, nobody there to pick up the Rainmaker. And now finding themselves 3 members down. Fusion, it feels like a huge opportunity was just missed there.
It's going to be very hard, especially on Rainmaker. Once you have that rain, you've installed here for so long. That tentacle, it's actually the back. Come out here, but oh my goodness, the vulnerable impact goes down to the sword. Another aspect of that sword, the decap that's going to come in clutch here. The Rainmaker makes this all the way down to 29. That's going to be another grab opportunity for the Beans, and they are just continuing their onslaught here, Joe.
Yeah, they're very much continuing their onslaught. They had lost a couple members, but they had a crazy advantage from start to finish. That is a huge slash, by the way, that might actually buy themselves some time for the jumps to come in. So far, the trip strike being used, they are just literally stalling this one out. The Steel, Sunday Morning Steel, that is, but they lost 2, but as well as they lost 3. This could be the go button right now for the Beans are a little zesty to take this one home. They just got to be able to find the remaining members, but they have lost 2. Sakura is pinned on the corner there, is going to go down to this Rainmaker shot, and Saf, this could be a great opportunity for the Beans a little zesty to take this one home.
They're going to play it super slow. Low and slow is the name of the game. There's so many points here on this roundabout. That's 3 members down on Sunday Morning Sneedle. The Rainmaker is going to make most of the opportunity that they can. They just have to keep jumping a little bit. We got to play hopscotch here until we can make it to the pedestal. 1 point left to go. They basically have to cap it here, Fusion.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge uphill battle. Incredible momentum off angle. Dynamo Roller took over there. That is a great way to deal with that impact that came out from the Tense Umbrella. And it really came off the dividend. People who played patient and they were able to deal with that impact. But now they're going to have to contest it from on that defensive side, because that is going to be that first checkpoint. Gotta be extra careful here because it's going to charge very quickly. All the boxes gotten over time and points and whatnot. Those are going to come to fruition here. Anyways, here comes that free slider, and nice to be down. Will Sunday Morning Sneedle be able to bounce back, Joe?
Yeah, that's going to be the big question. They still have firm control of this Rainmaker for as long as they can. The trip strikes are going to just stall them out, but they lost the Dynamo. That's going to be huge. This could be a great chance for the Beans are a little zesty to still hold on defense here. The back is being used by Chrono right now. They are just trying around the shot. It's actually just a little low. That's 2 members have gone down. 2 members have gone down. The offense has gone down in an instant. 10 seconds left to go. We'll be here as they are counting down the seconds at this stage. And Saf, 5 seconds. This is going to likely be the game.
It feels like we're building with brick at first, and then suddenly it's straw with Sunday Morning Sneedle. There was so much good setup throughout that entire set. There were so many good points of setup that would work so well, and you can see the building blocks come together, and then it randomly just kind of topples at a different point, and it's unfortunate, and you're kind of just like, oh, like you're really rooting for them, and especially like kind of being the underdog in this situation, right? But the Beans are a little zesty. An incredible run of 4-0 in the grand finals spot. Fusion, I got no words. I got nothing else. The Beans are zesty. They're more than a little zesty. What's a step above zesty? We need JPEG back to make that tier list. Spicy.